What's up, guys? It's CBB back here, and I'm back for week 3 of SPL, which was me against Ben Gay. My bad. Anyway, first of all, check out my bud Flaming Vectini. He offered to do thumbnails of every single battle I've done and update the old ones and shit. So and even I don't know, polish them. I know I'm doing paint things and stuff, but he updates them and it looks kind of fucking cool. So I'm gonna put his link in the description. If you don't check him out, I'm gonna hunt you down. Anyway, this is me against Ben Gay for SPL week 3, and the first thing I thought when I saw this matchup was this is the grandmother load of fucking bullshit ass matchups. So let's take a recap. I have a Mega Venusaur. He has 2 Mega Venusaur corners, Torn, T, and what I assume to be Special Defensive Skarmory. He has a Latios and what I assume to be Support Tyranitar. It was Scarftar, but that doesn't really change anything. I have Excadrill, which he doesn't have solid switch. My bad. Solid switch ins too, except I'm not Sword Stand, and he's Special Defensive Skarmory, so yeah, I can't really hurt him. I mean, Rockslide does 34, but that doesn't really do anything without Sword Stance. I have Keldeo, which he has Gastrodon, fucking Tornadus for, which is really annoying because Keldeo is amazing. I have a Choice Band Tyranitar myself, which he has, as he almost did pretty much nothing. He has a Scarftar for Crunch and his Gastrodon for Stone Edge, but I guess my Scarftar can do some work. My Choice Band Tyranitar, my bad, can do some work if I play it right. And last, I have my Expert Ball Thundurus. Now, unfortunately, this Thundurus has Focus Blast. My bad. It has Sludge Wave over Grass Knot, which is a huge problem because this dude has a Gastrodon. But even with Grass Knot, HP Ice, Focus Blast, Thunderbolt wasn't doing anything against Mega Sableye and Volcarona. Because from preview, I thought his Volcarona would be Roost, Quiver Dance, Fiery Dance, and Bug Buzz. It was Giga Drain, but it doesn't really make a huge difference. So that's kind of fucking bad because his Volcarona and his Sableye pretty much wall me indefinitely unless I hex him. So pretty much he has a hard counter to every single one of my Pokemon, which is really bad. But I'm gonna try to outplay the matchup here. I wish I had Swords and Extra and Grass and Thundurus because this way it would be much easier. But anyway, I lead Thundurus and he leads Tornadus. Now in hindsight, I wish I kind of let Choice Band Tyranitar. In his mind, I probably was Stealth Rock Tyranitar because this team, for whatever reason, I don't know why, probably because I'm crazy, doesn't have Stealth Rocks, which is, I know it's fucking stupid, but it's Choice Band Tyranitar. If I let that, I probably could have not killed, but done 80% to his Tornadus, worst case, or hurt something for a ton. Because Choice Band Crunch hurt everything on this team, even his own Tyranitar. I doubt he was gonna switch that in anyway against Chople Tyranitar. So yeah, in hindsight, I should probably let Tyranitar. I let Thundurus instead because it caught his Tornadus, which I expected him to lead, but it doesn't really do much from here. He's not gonna go straight to Gastrodon because he probably expects Grass Knot. Even if he doesn't, he's probably gonna go straight to his own Tyranitar or something, or Volcarona because, like I said, it has Roost and it it doesn't wall every Thundurus, but it's pretty well against every Thundurus without set of moves. But yeah, he just U-turns. I Thunderbolt into his Sableye, which takes jack fucking dick. I know I can't kill him, and he Mega Evolves, so I'm just gonna go to his Tyranitar. And now, turn 3, this is probably the worst misplay of the whole fucking game. Let me just resume. Okay, for one, I use Sludge Bomb here, which is probably the worst move I could have done in that position. In my mind, I was thinking okay, if I can weaken that Sableye, I can probably do stuff with Thundurus. Even if he has Gastrodon, he's not gonna go straight to it because of the possibility of Grass Knot, but think about it. Even if I do have Grass Knot, Spadef Gastrodon, which is what he should run, which every Gastrodon should probably run, it's not O-code, and even if he hits me on the switch, he can just switch right back out, and Volcarona probably was every single Grass Knot Thundurus in the game, and Sableye really does. he got health back from recovery, so it's really not that big of an issue. Especially if you saw I don't have life orb. Like at this point, I'm pretty magnet to him, or what I actually was expert belt. So Sableye kind of was that indefinitely. Gastron does anyway, as long as I don't have Grass Knot, which I didn't. So what I should have done is HP Fire on the switch to at least force the Skarmory to roost. Because if I use Sludge, like from my position, I thought he might keep the Sableye in just because it's kind of useless. But I did take his thought process into account, which is okay. That's Stealth Rock Tyranitar. Sableye kind of was it indefinitely because like Spadef Tyranitar or whatever, any kind of Stealth Rock Tyranitar is kind of shut down by Sableye because Sableye doesn't really care what Stealth Rock Tyranitar does, and like Tyranitar just gets burned and then it loses. And but it was choice band, like I said, and I didn't have Stealth Rock on this team, which is fucking weird. But I'm not gonna comment on that because it was my own fault. But yeah, what I should have done this turn is either double Tyranitar to just like get immediate damage on like his whole team, because I don't think turn 4 he would have stayed in and get Skarmory if I double to Tyranitar. He would have gone to Sailor to try and block the Stealth Rock, and then he would have taken a huge hit already, which you'll see later. But if I just double to Tyranitar here on Crunch, he's in a pretty bad position. Like, it's not bad, but his Tyranitar is forced to take damage, and his Tyranitar is really good against my team, so that's kind of bad against him. Even if I just HP fired here, like, even then, he would be forced to roost. My Tyranitar would get a free switch, and even that would be fine, but as it stands, I Sludge Bomb to try to poison the Sableye or hit his Tornadus. That was a pretty bad move because, like I said, he was probably expecting my Tyranitar to be Stealth Rock, so he thought his Sableye would wall it, which is fine. Like, I agree 100% with that play, and going to a Tornadus was also kind of silly because if I Sludge Bombed and he got poisoned, that would be rather annoying. So he made the good play going to Skarmory. I made the dumb play Sludge Bombing, so now I'm in a shitty position. I just HP Fire to check his damage, or check his stat rather. It does nothing, he Stealth Rocks. And now I go to Tyranitar, like 2 turns late. That's pretty, like, awful. He still goes to Sableye, expecting me to be Stealth Rock, but I'm actually Choice Band, so I do like a fuck ton with Crunch. He goes to his own Tyranitar. I Crunch again, which does a ton again. I drop his defense. I was kind of tempted to stay in, but I really didn't want to because if he's superpowered, I kind of lose the game. I probably should have in retrospect, but I don't know. It just wasn't worth it. If he superpowers it, I just lose my T-Tar for nothing. He predicted nicely though in Stone Edges with actually crits, which is really, really annoying. My plan was to double to Tyranitar here. I think he would have gone to his own Tornadus or even Skarmory at this point, both of which were totally fine with me if I double to Tyranitar, but with this crit he could just kill me off. I don't really have any counterplay, so instead of doubling to Tyranitar, like just by Tyranitar, I have to double to Keldeo here to my bad. I have to double to Excadrill here or Keldeo, but I didn't want to take Extra Dash with Keldeo. So I just take Extra Dash with Excadrill here. That Stone Edge actually does a lot. Like, considering he's Scarf, fuck Excadrill, this shit is useless. I Rapid Spin here just to get rid of the rocks for 1 turn. He reveals his Rocky Helmet, which is really annoying for my Excadrill. So I'm already at 50% despite getting hit by an 18% Stone Edge and nothing else. I go back to Tyranitar and he sets up Stealth Rocks, and now it's like this weird mind game I say where if I Stone Edge and crit, he's gonna go to Sturdy. If I Crunch, he's gonna go to like half and activate Rocky Helmet because I revealed that on last turn, so I'm aware, but I really don't give a fuck. I assumed he wouldn't take the Rocky Helmet damage and just go to Tyranitar at some point, which I'm correct about. That Tyranitar actually takes a fuck ton. I fully expect him to still superpower, but I couldn't like risk my Venusaur because if Venusaur dies, I'm just dead. Like, that Gastron is probably gonna 6-0 me because it's Spadef, which every cursed Gastron should be. I can't really kill that, so I just go to Keldeo, eat this fuck you superpower for half, which sucks, but again, I really didn't have a choice. He goes to Tornadus. I Secret Sword. Now, this move may look weird, and it's pretty weird. I think that was a fuck up too in some ways. At this point, I just relied on him trying to sack his Tyranitar, which is a stupid move, granted, but he really didn't have many other moves. If he wanted to sack Sableye, that would have been disastrous because I clicked Secret Sword with a 29. So in hindsight, I probably should have just Scalded, seeing how his switch-in was most likely Tornadus anyway. Like, there was no way he was going straight to Gastrodon on that turn because Gastrodon is really useful against my matchup. I honestly can't say why I didn't Scald, probably because I'm bad, but anyway, Secret Sword, he predicts that perfectly, or he didn't. Like, Tornadus doesn't give a fuck either way, and he just U-turns with his own Tornadus on my Thundurus, and now Tyranitar's back. I can't switch out because my Dark Resist is at how many? Yeah, 71%. I could have switched to my own Chespin Tyranitar, but I wanted to like keep some bulk or like keep the ability to hit stuff. I just Stone Edge at this point in case he stays in with his Tyranitar again, which he didn't. He sacrificed his Sableye, which is fine. He sent out his own Scarf Type, which killed me, but he used Superpower, which my Latios takes advantage of. At this point, I just Psyshock, which did kind of nothing. If I had Stealth Rock, this actually would be close to dead. But like I said, my team is fucking weird, and it was my own fault for bringing this garbage. But he really didn't have. My bad. I really didn't have Stealth Rock, so that kind of sucks because Tornadus can just come in all fucking day. He U-turns on my predicted Keldeo switch. Like, even if he didn't, it did a ton of damage to my Latios. Pretty close to knock it out. Actually, it would have knocked it out at 43. So yeah, U-turn was definitely the right move there. I don't really care. I still go to Keldeo because it's my best move. He goes back to his Tyranitar. I think my Secret Sword on the Tornadus revealed that I'm choice back, so like he just superpowers here, kills me off, which is a fine move. I go to my own Latios to heal up. He goes to his own Volcarona, and now I'm in this shitty ass position. Like, if I Draco, it's not gonna kill. If I Psyshock, it's not gonna kill. Because I assumed this to be bulky Volcarona, which I was proven to be correct about. I just can't kill that with my current team. I have a Specs Keldeo, I have an Expert with Thundurus, and I think I should have gone straight to Excadrill here because the Quiver Dance over anything else was kind of obvious. But at the same time, if I switch Excadrill to Fury Dance, I just lose. Like, there's no way for me to come back. So I just Draco here, which is in hindsight a pretty bad move because Excadrill would have been a lot better, especially after I said leftovers. Like, why wouldn't he Quiver Dance here? Anyway, he does Quiver Dance on my Draco Meteor, which bounces right the fuck off. And, like, I can't kill him, especially if he has Roost. My bad. Which he does use as I go to my Tyranitar. And now I'm in like this shitty position. I need this CB Tyranitar to do any real damage to his team because at this point Crunch kinda 2KOs everything on his team, which really isn't that big of a help. But I also need to keep like Sand for Excadrill. It's really a shitty position, and I thought he would have Bug Buzz, so he would kill Latios right away. I could send out Tyranitar, get Sand back up, and then go from there. But he has Giga Drain, so Sand isn't back up. He can get a second Quiver Dance here if he wants to, so I just sack Tyranitar. He does go for the second Quiver Dance, which is the right move. And now, like, there's nothing I can do to avoid this KO. I could have gone back to Latios, but if you get the third Quiver Dance on some like whack prediction, I'm just done because Extra doesn't outspeed him. At this point, I was really hoping for him to be bulky Volcarona because Excadrill definitely outspeeds that, especially since I'm Jolly Excadrill, which is the best Excadrill nature, so don't listen to anyone who tells you otherwise. I just goes for the Rock Slide here. He stays in, which actually really surprised me. After the game, I talked to him and he told me he thought I was Sword Stance, which like I showed Rapid Spin and like Life Orb Rapid since Sword Stance is only really seen with Earthquake and Iron Head because you don't want to give Iron Head or Extra and you're not giving out Earthquake either way. So I don't know. I would have, if I was him, I would have gone like either to Gastrodon because it's kind of useless in the Pokemon I've left, or even straight to Skarmory because like I don't know. Either I was Sword Stancing and can't touch Skarmory, or I was Rock Sliding, which means I still can't touch Skarmory because I don't have Sword Stance. Yeah, but I think sacking this Volcarona was kind of a huge blunder. It didn't really matter in the end, but whatever. He sent out his Gastron, which I can't really kill. I go straight to Latios on the Earthquake. I thought he would Scald here for sure, and just figured I would tank that if he didn't burn me. He goes for Curse on the Roost. Now this is kind of a ballsy play. Like, it's not a ballsy play, but I'm in a shitty position. So I'm just gonna go for the Draco crit like I did against the Volcarona because I'm out of options at this point. Like, look at my team, look at his team. I can't kill the remaining Pokemon. I go for the Draco, and he actually goes for Scald, which surprised me because if I crit now, he's dead. Like, there's no two ways about it. If I crit at any point, his Gastron is dead. His Tyranitar can still trap me, but that Gastron lost is kind of fucking bad. Like, it doesn't do anything, but the extra fodder gone means it's a lot harder to just straight up stop my Venusaur or my Latios or even my Excadrill. He goes to Tyranitar there. I predict that and go for the Draco, hoping for the crit, which doesn't happen, which is fine. Like, I expected the crit and it didn't happen. Like what am I gonna do about that? Nothing. I go straight to Excadrill. He kind of has to sack his Skarmory, or at least go to it. Like, my Rocky Helmet Rapid Spin does fuck all against him. That's fine. I get to my Venusaur, and he clicks Stealth Rock, and now the game is pretty much over. He can just double to Tyranitar here. Even if I click Synthesis, he's just gonna crunch me and end the game right there. But he actually goes to Tornadus, which is really weird, but he said misclick right after that, and it pretty much just gives me a fighting chance. Like, I said here we go, which is true, because if he just went to Tyranitar, I had no chance of winning against Tornadus, Skarmory, and Gastron, because I can't heal enough with Synthesis, I can't heal anything with Gear Drain. But he went to Tornadus, which is, like I said, kind of weird. Like he said, like this turn, it was a misclick, which is really bad for him. I don't think he meant the Skarmory. I think he actually meant the turn before, because Tyranitar there pretty much guaranteed him the win no matter what. Even if I Gear Drain, he could just kill me with, like, the Heat Wave or U-turn, or even, like, just Hurricane, because I don't kill him in 2 hits. Or I might have with the poison anyway. He goes to Skarmory. I HP Fire on the Roost. I can't really kill this, but in the long run, I think I win by using HP Fire every second turn, because he's forced to Roost after the first one. If he doesn't Roost because he's Rocky Helmet, I'm just gonna like Toot Care him from HP Fire at 64. It's a lot of prediction games, but in the long run, I think my Venusaur could beat this. My bad. I just HP Fire to get some damage. He whirlwinds to my Excadrill, and at this point I'm out of options. I have to go back to my Venusaur. He goes back to his Gastron, expecting to sponge or rather sack him to the Earthquake, so I could just, like, he could just clean up with Scarfter. I just go back to Venusaur, hoping he would do something like that. I Giga Drain the Tyranitar switch in, which only helps me if he misses, and now he misses Hurricane, and I crit the fuck out of the Slush Bomb, which does a fuck ton. 54 is ridiculous. He's in a shitty position. He kind of has to U-turn here, because if he misses another one and I land Slush Bomb, he's actually gonna lose to his Venusaur. But he makes the right play. He U-turns to his Skarmory. I predict that an HP Fire, which 2-kills him. If I Slush Bombed, I would be helpless. If I Giga Drain, I would be helpless. Like, some people question me why he wouldn't U-turn to Gastron there. If I Synthesis on Gastron, or, like, no, like, if I Synthesis on Gastron and then Synthesis again on anything that's not a Scald Burn, I could Giga Drain that and then pretty much heal up to where Venusaur could survive a Hurricane. And if I survived a Hurricane, he would have to hit 2, because I don't think he had Heat Wave at this point. Even if he did, it would still be a really bad position for him. So I get going to Skarmory. That's pretty much what I expected him to do. It's like still not a bad position, because as long as he hits 1 out of 2 Hurricanes, he still wins. Turn 46, he sent in Tornadus, and he Hurricanes and he hits. So that's gonna be a good game, because my Excadrill can't beat him, like, with or without Sand. I don't have enough life orb hits, but Sand is out anyway. He reveals to actually be HP Ice, so that's U-turn, Hurricane, U-turn Hurricane HPS and what I assume to be Heatwave. I don't know. I don't know about his level. It could be anything. It could be knockoff. It could be Heatwave. It could be some weird thing. But like what I said, yeah, he definitely played like the early game fantastically. I fucked up in the early game, but I think I did the best I could in the late game. He didn't allow me to bring it back completely, but he still played a pretty good game. I think he made a few like mishaps, but it really didn't matter in the end. He had a good matchup. I had a bad matchup. Bengate definitely did his homework regarding the teams I use. He definitely deserved this win. So, yeah, I'm not gonna say he didn't deserve this win or anything because he definitely did. I just think I could have played this better myself. I honestly like. Okay, I'm just gonna move this to a corner and. Oh shit! It shows a bunch of YouTube videos. You know what? Fuck you! I'm just gonna sing this German fucking song. Otto Walkes, thank you for this song. Like I don't give a fuck. Let me just take it away. Farbergrünung deiner lila Grappa Calvados Tequila Auspack Uralt Spätburgunder Wermut und Pernod Williamsbirne Desjardins Hennessy Remember Werner Branca Unterberg Portwein und Bordeaux Johnny Walker Jägermeister Amaretto Kellergeister Scharlachberg und Doppelkorn das Ganze jetzt nochmal von vorn. Wir haben Grund zum Feiern. Keiner kann mehr laufen, doch wir können noch saufen. Wir haben Grund zum Feiern. Ist uns auch schwer übel, bringt den nächsten Kübel. Bormalunder Valentines, heute ist uns alles eins. Birnenschnaps und Apfelwein, wir tun wirklich alles rein. Whisky süß und Whisky sauer, Hauptsache wir werden blauer. Ramazzo, die Ratze putz und ne Buddel rum. Chicapari Grand Manier, endlich der Schädel will mit Dornrad und Maria Kron ins Delirium. Klosterfrau Melissengeist oder wie der Stoff sonst heißt. Königswasser Petrol und wir rülpsen nicht, wir kotzen schon. Wir haben Grund zum Reiern. Zerfrisst uns auch die Därme, schenkt es uns doch Wärme. Wir haben Grund zu feiern. Unser letzter Wille, immer mehr Promille, 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 Mille, Mille, Mille. Bam, 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 bam. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. I'm gonna upload week 4 against Cicada next. Stay tuned for that. As my good friend Jan would say, I'm like 120 years old. I can't walk, so please, I'm in a wheelchair. Please donate for my healthcare. Like, drop a like if you want for me to walk again. I don't think I ever will, but I might with your help. My healthcare is gonna go up with your help, so just donate. Please donate. It's gonna help me a lot. I'm, like I said, pretty fucking old, so if I can't walk, you donate. I can't walk, you donate. So there we go. Later, bros. Peace.